Hello, thank you for coming. I'm Maribel Morales. I am assistant professor of Spanish, and I also teach in the Women's and Gender Studies program at Carthage College. And I'm going to share with you some of the things we do at Carthage that seem to be working for our students. And with that in mind, also, I was very positive with the successful in my title, but also acknowledging that there are lots of challenges and, of course, a lot of room for improvement as we try to bring global education to all of our students the best way possible. So a little bit about Carthage. So Carthage College is a private, nonprofit, primarily undergraduate liberal arts and sciences institution with a total enrollment of approximately 2,600 students. Carthage is located on the beautiful shore of Lake Michigan in Kenosha, Wisconsin, midway between Chicago and Milwaukee. And we have average class sizes of 17 students, so small class sizes, top producer of Fulbright US students for 4 years running. And then we have some requirements that are part of the core experience that all students have to take. So at Carthage, students have to take modern languages, one language, global heritage is a requirement, one course, and one course that is interdisciplinary studies. And I'll show you how all of those come together to allow for this experience. So as many students as possible will have an experience. So the Carthage curriculum emphasizes interdisciplinary studies, hands-on learning through research and other projects, writing in every major, developing the critical thinking and reading skills they need for life. However, the Carthage has embedded global learning and engagement through the curriculum in 3 specific areas. So, like I said, interdisciplinary studies, short and long-term study abroad, and common experiences that include critical conversations for all students that take place in courses such as global heritage and in the language requirement. The study of modern languages and cultures is at the core of a liberal arts education, and the language department embraces this role at Carthage with courses and major and minor programs in Chinese, French, German, Japanese, and Spanish. And these initiatives and curricular requirements ensure every student attains a global perspective and has the opportunity to travel to another country in a short-term or long-term study abroad. So as part of the Carthage core experience, students must successfully complete 2 modern language courses in the same language, unless they have fulfilled the proficiency requirements established by the college. The modern language department provides linguistic and cultural immersion experiences in the classroom, in the community, and abroad that expose students to a breadth of global cultures. All language courses are taught in the language that being learned, and they all involved the students as an active participant. Small classes promote a relaxed atmosphere where students communicate, play learning games, and feel comfortable while honing their language skills. And we have a very interesting program that includes target language experts this is some of our wonderful target language experts. We call them TLEs for short. These are young university graduates from around the world who are hired by the college to teach introductory courses, introductory language, and they also teach advanced conversation. Students studying modern language at Carthage begin their introductory courses, those who test into the beginning levels, are taught by these native speakers. And they all bring their culture from all around the world. So for every year we have TLEs coming from France. We have now Linda from Senegal. So we have 2 French TLEs who teach French. Germany, every year we have 1 or 2 depending on the number of students. We have 1 from China, Japan, and then from different Spanish-speaking countries so that students get exposed to different accents and culture. We bring TLEs from Argentina, Guatemala, Mexico, Colombia, and Spain. And that's the largest number. We currently have 5. Enrique is one of them from Spain. We have Monica from Cuba and from Guatemala. And so they bring all this culture. So students are exposed initially to native speakers. They're young. They have lots of great ideas. So we as faculty, we supervise their teaching and also guide them. They come with a lot of experience, very little experience, no experience at all teaching. And so we help them in the teaching part. And we're always very inspired by what they bring and their ideas. So they're really a great part of the Carthage community. A lot of enthusiasm as well. They're young, and so it's really interesting to have them. Well, at Carthage, they earn a stipend and room and board, and they take classes toward a master's in education. So they take they earn a master's degree in education. In exchange, they teach for us, and our students get this wonderful experience. So it's a really interesting package. The modern language department is the largest in the college, with 11 faculty members, and interestingly, some of them teach 2 languages, so German, Spanish, Chinese and Spanish. So Spanish is the largest demand that we have. The Spanish minor is the largest minor in the college. In the fall of 2019, there were 214 Spanish minors, where French had 26, Chinese had 15, Japanese 14, and German 12, just to give you an idea. The immersion in the linguistic and cultural setting in a foreign country is essential. We know that for the formation of the modern language major. Therefore, the majors are structured around a requisite study abroad experience. So our majors must study abroad for at least 1 semester. And the students spend a semester or 1 year. Some of the very ambitious students are abroad for a whole year, and immersing themselves in the real communicative situations and become culturally aware, linguistically proficient professionals. And we see great improvements for those students when they come back after being abroad. And we would love for all our students to have that experience. However, it's part of the requirement for the major. And as you can see, we have a lot of minors because, they're busy doing other things or they can't fit it. So we have a big body of minors who don't have time to go abroad for a whole semester, but we offer the J-term opportunity. And many of them do take up opportunity, they take advantage of that. So while abroad, the students that do go on a long-term study abroad, here are some of our graduates. They take classes abroad in, regardless of the discipline they take classes in the target language. Courses taken at foreign institutions are usually recorded in the student's Carthage transcript with a global designation for experiential learning. And courses may be in history, economics, political science, linguistics, art history, or any number of fields supporting their modern language major. For instance, like I said, here we have students travel to Argentina. Here we have a student in Argentina, one in Chile. Others have gone to Costa Rica, Ecuador, Mexico, Peru, Spain. Carthage is affiliated with many different institutions around the world that provide our students with academically rigorous, high-quality international programs in a variety of locations. The Japanese majors are required to study in Japan for a minimum of 6 months in Tokyo Gakugei University, and its Carthage official exchange program in Japan, for example. So for students who do not wish to be abroad for a whole semester or year, we offer the option of a short-term study abroad in January. And these languages, we offer intensive cultural experiences with a focus on language acquisition and intercultural competence. Every semester, language professors offer different courses. So currently, we have students right now in Costa Rica. And we do take turns in offering a J-term to a different country. So we've had in the past Guatemala, a professor taking students to Guatemala, and Professor Rolé is right now in Costa Rica. And he provides housing, and they take courses, and the location is wonderful as well. So attracting students to visit, to be in a place where they will be, having homestays and visits to sites, and then learning and just embedding themselves with this experience. Professors from Spain will take the students to Spain. So we take turns rotating and making sure that every semester, every J-term, there is a language intensive course offered for those students who are majoring. Some students who major, they take this course and they study abroad, and so we offer. There's no limit in how many you can take. So at least we offer that opportunity. study abroad. So our language majors are not the only ones who study abroad, although it is a requirement for them to do so. Many students choose to study abroad for a full year, for a semester, to truly become global citizens. Students need to experience living, learning in another country. So Carthage is committed to providing a strong foundation in the liberal arts for all its students. And to this end, it's committed to providing students with opportunity to study overseas to complement the education they receive in Kenosha. In the past few years, Carthage students have spent semesters in every continent except Antarctica, in Australia, China, Ecuador, Egypt, England, France, Germany, Ghana, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Peru, Senegal, Spain. So we have many choices for where do you want to go? And we will try to have a program or some connection. A successful study abroad experience begins with careful planning and research, and so usually a year or more prior to the anticipated semester abroad. With the assistance of our Director of Education Abroad, Eric Kulke, the students are able to identify a program that is appropriate for their academic and social and professional interests, and they work it out. So where do you want to go? What are your interests? And so, additionally, the Carthage offers a cultural awareness orientation course that all students take to prepare them for this experience, to give them knowledge and tools necessary for that experience. To answer some of the frequently asked questions about study abroad, any student, regardless of their major, is eligible to study abroad. It's not just for language majors. And as I have mentioned, it's possible to study in basically any country around the world. If we don't have our contact there, we can try to make it possible. And for the format, there are options ranging from direct enrollment at a foreign university, enrollment in a language program, enrollment in a Carthage-sponsored program, and a number of our students also participate in programs offered by other US universities or international study program providers. Nearly all academic disciplines and interests may be studied abroad. Internships opportunities are also available at some locations. So some students choose to combine academic and internship options into one experience. And a number of Carthage students, they choose to fulfill distribution, general education, and major and minor requirements while abroad. So the best time to study abroad is usually during the junior year, as the students will likely have declared a major and began the associated coursework and completed many of his or her distribution requirements. Upon completion of the study abroad experience, students return to the campus, they finish their major with a new perspective and broader understanding of the world around us, and they're ready to tie their graduate education with a meaningful way. In some instances, a well-prepared, highly motivated sophomore may participate in an international education experience. Occasionally, a senior may choose to study abroad as well. And housing options vary by programs. Dorms, residence, apartments, homestays. Students are strongly encouraged to live with a host family if the option is available. There are a number of fellowships and scholarships. So when our students think that they can't afford or how can I actually do this, there are many scholarship opportunities that are general that they can apply, and this happens with the director as they look at also student financial aid advisors to discuss what they can apply and how they can get the means to make it possible. Some scholarships are specific to locations, and we have in the recent years added a diversity site. Also, of course, knowing that to be more equitable and give the opportunity to all students, we have some scholarships specifically targeted for underrepresented populations. So those are some of them. And so there has been a relatively growth. So the numbers here indicate, we haven't done any research or data beyond that. I'm basically just explaining what the requirement allows. And the numbers, as we can see, there's growth steady over the years. The opportunity to give the students is beneficial. And some students claim that they cannot fit it into their plans. So I want to speak a little bit, so I have 10 minutes, about the other requirement, which is the Global Heritage course. And the Global Heritage is a course that focuses on the origins and context of international voices and our engagement with the global society. So all students must take one course, and that course can be on campus and off campus as in a J-term study tour. And of course, we offer a variety of courses, and so students will get an experience whether it's on campus or abroad. And students have studied on campus many different courses, such as courses on music on the Western South Africa, Women of Africa, or modern China, etc. But the interesting thing is that Carthage also offers courses, allows, one of the requirements to take an interdisciplinary course, where it's a team talk course with 2 faculty members who create a very unique course that doesn't exist unless just 2 people come together, right? So I found this really interesting as well from a faculty perspective, because you get to see a colleague teach, kind of learn from their teaching pedagogy, and that has been very beneficial. Students see 2 professors discussing and looking at a topic from different perspectives, and so we model that for them. And I want to talk to you about the January term as being a requirement for all students to take. So all students need to take 2 January terms, and usually they take all 4. No, they do all, because this is a term where they get to explore anything they want or take a class that they really need. However, for us faculty members, January term, we teach for full-time faculty out of 3, we teach 2, and we're off on the 3rd. So I'm off this J term, that's why I'm here. But the last 2 J terms, I was in Peru with my students. And the fact that this is, I think, an interdisciplinary course does not make it global. However, for me as a younger faculty, going abroad with students was a scary thing. No, I didn't really know. And so I was teaching on campus, all these great global courses in the classroom. And when a faculty member who has lots of experience approached me and said, "Do you want to go to Peru?" And I'm like, "Yes." Yes, because with him, he had so much experience traveling to many other courses that I learned with him how to do this. They offer courses on how to do a J-term study tour, but from a faculty perspective, there's a lot of responsibility taking students. So Carthage allowing this team teaching has allowed us to create many different courses. So I'm just gonna show you what's happening right now in J-term 2020. Students are in Austria and Hungary, and these titles will show you that most of these courses are taught by 2 professors. So they're going together, they're creating very unique courses, and Carthage is allowing this to happen. And so there's more incentive to actually travel abroad with students. So I think this formula works, because we need these offerings, but for us, it's interesting to be able to go with someone else and do this opportunity. So again, Costa Rica, Honduras, biodiversity, behavior, India, Namibia, sociocultural journey, Nicaragua, biology and geography. So we have a biology professor, geography in Nicaragua, ecological writing, Puerto Rico. So we have a science professor and an English professor together in a really unique way, creating these really interesting courses. Spain, where I'm from, my colleagues are religion professor and art professor, and I said, "Why am I not there with you?" So maybe next time. Sweden, J-term, Tanzania, religion, culture, Costa Rica. And then J-term in June is also possible. So we're offering a course to go to Germany, Austria, France, Nicaragua, and Tokyo. So the total study abroad, total participation has earned Carthage a ranking of top 3 because in 2019, nearly 50% of all students at some point went abroad. So that's quite a high number, and I do believe that making this a requirement, but also the incentive of professors being able to come together. So we're offering about 20 faculty-led study tours, and I think the combination of the global requirement plus the interdisciplinary makes it really interesting for us to do all these really great offerings that attract lots of students who just want to go. And students are already asking me, "When are you going to Peru again?" Well, maybe next J-term. I'm off this J-term, but maybe the next one. And the possibility of you could go, or my colleague was telling me, "Well, Peru, we've already been. Where do we go next?" And for us to have that flexibility to put together a course that is exciting for us, and then, well, maybe we can go to Spain, or maybe we can go to Colombia, and let's do research. Having those possibilities being, supported by the institution makes it, I think, the successful formula so that our students can benefit from that. So this is a picture from my, my class, last J term, and I look forward to more study tours with them and bringing more students have this global experience. So thank you.